Good evening and welcome to another show live and with Biela.dev. My name's Adam. I'll be your host for this evening. Tonight is the 30th of January, and our show tonight will be focused on designing an e-commerce website for a West African fashion brand. Joining us tonight will be one of our top developers, Mr. Andre.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew. Happy to join today.
Nice to have you, Andre. Also joining us tonight, we have a special guest, our founder and CEO, Mr. Alex Kuchinda. Alex, nice to have you with us tonight.
Hello, good evening. Nice to have you too. Can you see me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yes.
There you are.
Hi, hello to everyone. We have an amazing night tonight. We have one of our colleagues and also guests from the community, Miss Sarah. She will join us, and together we are going to build an e-commerce shop within the next, I believe, 3 sessions, maybe around 3 hours. It will take us to complete an entire shop. We want our mission to be explained more after obviously we will interrogate a little bit Miss Sarah, and we will understand what is the purpose of her business, and we are going to search together for one of the most beautiful designs, and obviously we are going to build an e-commerce shop from A to Z, including the front end, the back end, the back office, the admin, and obviously the database as well.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like we have a great show installed tonight. Now, I'd like to introduce to us our special guest tonight, Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah's our guest tonight. She'll be helping us walk through, and she's an active member here on Teach Me Code community in Biela. Welcome aboard, Sarah.
Hello,
Thank
good
Hi,
you.
evening.
Hello, Sarah.
thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Thank you for being with us.
I was
So,
watching
shall
the
we
intro.
begin? Can you share with us a little bit more about your business? If you already have a website or what is in a plan to make one?
Yeah, I will. And I'm actually really excited about this. The community of Biela really kind of represents a bit of what my brand tries to accomplish as well. So I'm an operational leader. I've worked in organizations for the past 15 years, but I've lived in different locations. And for some of that time, I lived in West Africa and I fell in love with the textiles. So a lot of hand dyed textiles that were just very beautiful, visually, lots of color, lots of life. And simultaneously found that there was an art form of tailoring, like handcrafted clothing that I didn't get in the US. Like everything we buy here is just off the rack. Whereas in West Africa, you're able to work with a tailor, create custom pieces. And so I started to get um, into this habit, and I developed some really great relationships with tailors in West Africa and textile dyers. And I wanted to create a brand and a line that featured this beautiful artisan work, sort of in a world where everything is off the rack, introducing the idea of custom wear with style and creativity and color. And so I formed a company called Musu Market. Um,
Okay.
and so then I started to work with them to develop a line with the intention of building the website here in the US, having manufacturing in West Africa, and then selling and distributing from here in the US. And as of now, I have product, I have product photos, I have a mannequin that you can't see, it's behind me. Um, I've got a bunch of inventory, but I do not have a website because I've been working for other companies and I haven't had an opportunity to build one for myself. So,
And here is where we come in.
yes, exactly.
All right, so we are going to choose a nice design now. and we can start working on it, right?
Mhm.
Let me share my screen. Have you ever used any vibe coding platform before? Did you
Uh,
try to use any of the technology of today in order to build your own website? Do you think it's going to be difficult?
um, I think it's possible because I've seen what Biela can do.
All
Uh,
right.
I've used a little bit of vibe coding. I wouldn't consider myself a pro, but I'm not completely new.
All right. Awesome. So let me just share my screen. I think you can see my screen now, right?
Nope, not yet. There we go.
Yes, there it is.
Okay. Awesome. So, all right, Miss Sarah. We are going into a fashion uh, store, let's say. First, the way I'm starting usually to build a new project is that I'm looking through inspiration over the look and feel of what I like to be created, right?
Yeah.
So I would browse a little bit through it, and I would like to know if you find anything nice or if you have any things in your mind. If you have already a logo, or we are going to create one together, or yeah. So do you have a logo, by the way?
I do have a logo.
All right. Can you send it to us, please, as well?
Yep.
Sarah, what are some of the main materials they work with out in South Africa, or it's West Africa? I'm sorry.
West Africa. Yeah. It's all 100% cotton.
Nice.
So
Very
Yeah.
beautiful.
natural
What
materials.
are the colors you imagine your shop to be with?
So very vibrant. Think tropical. So Liberia is the country that I'm from. It's on the west coast, and it is very tropical.
Mm-hmm.
Um, palm trees, all of the safari type animals that you would expect in an African setting.
So you have
Uh,
all these type of heavy prints, let's say, like that on your
yeah,
pattern.
very prints,
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah, vibrant color. Um,
Okay. I like these colors. Do you like them?
no,
All right.
they're too pastel-y. So maybe I
Oh,
would go more like real greens, real blues.
okay. Hmm. Anyway, being a shop, I usually advise to be kind of minimalist in the same time, you see, because this is the
Yes,
trend in this
yes, I
side.
agree. I
It
agree.
has to be easy for a user to navigate, but the
Hmm.
accent colors themselves, they must be vibrant, right?
Yes, agreed. Purple and blue, even the color blue that I have on now
All right.
is a color
There
I
is
like.
one more trick here. If you don't find something which works exactly for you, I always recommend to go on color lovers, right? So when you go on color lovers, the advantage is that you can find different palettes which you like, and I will show you how easy it is to integrate them in Biela. So for example, I'm going to go here for purple, and if I'm searching purple, I will see different color palettes already mixed, matched, and composed by graphic
Mhm.
designers. So you always know that the purple which you choose, it goes along with these other colors
Yeah,
into a set of colors for your website. So stop me when you see what you like.
yeah. If you go back before you selected purple, there was one that I liked actually. I don't know if you can go back to that main intro screen when you first.
Here,
No, like when you first went
right?
on to
And
color.
color lovers, right?
Yeah, at the
Uh,
very beginning, there was one that had like some purple and some green.
mhm.
Um, I like go up. Sorry, right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna go on this color palette color,
Yeah.
and I should have here the colors. And all I'm gonna do is just copy this to BLR, nothing more. And I'm going to BLR right now. I'm gonna paste it here. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the business I'm doing. So I'm a fashion store. which produces handmade um, clothes. Are your designs only for women's or for men's as well?
I have some for men, uh,
Mhm.
and also for the home. So I have like pillows and blankets for the home. I have bow ties for men, and I have clothing for women and children and girls.
Okay, I would say Zara because I want the minimalism of Zara. Then I would say I would like to build an entire e-commerce shop. However, I would like first to have only the home page fully developed with all the comprehensive, let's say, features of a professional web shop, uh, different modules, not only the basics. Um, I would like to use the colors which I attached above, and what else? That's it. I think that that's enough for us to begin at in this stage with what we do. Is anything else you think it should be added before we go further?
No, I did put my logo in the chat.
All right, let me check for it.
There's a couple versions. I think that one is the one that you would want. It has no background.
Oh, yes. You actually, if you have a logo which doesn't have a background, it would be ideal to be used. But in case you have one which has already a logo, you can remove a background. Sorry, you can use Biela, of course, to
Ah, true.
to to remove it and to alter it in the way you added. So I added the logo now. We have it here. Very nice name, easy uh, to to remember it. One question, please. Do you already have a domain name purchased for your brand?
Yes.
Awesome. So I will show you also today how you can link your domain name to BLR. So you will be able already to at least create under your directly domain name under construction, let's say kind of a page,
Hmm.
helping your people to understand that a project is coming up. All
Yes.
right. So the logo has been attached. You can alter the purple eventually to match the logo's color in case you need it. Um, and one important thing which I would give to as an advice, I would say that ask me any question, right? You will see how this is going to help you uh, building a better plan to which you didn't maybe even thought about.
Yeah.
So let's go. For those new to us, now Bila is creating its own server environment, and the Nusu project is just going to start. Let's
I'm
see.
getting excited. Okay, so
Yes,
so since we're talking about Musu, I'll tell you a little bit about the meaning of the name.
please.
So my father is Liberian, which is West African, and we're from a tribe called Pele. Um, and the meaning of the word Musu is feminine, and it means beautiful or one who brings joy. And then I wound up finding out that it has a meaning in Japanese as well, and the
Mhm.
meaning in Japanese means countless or boundless possibilities.
Okay.
When you combine the two, it has this feeling of beautiful, one who brings joy, abundance, and boundless possibilities. And so the fact that I'm taking products that are handmade by people who would normally not have access to a global market and creating products that connects them to a global market sort of lives out the name. and it's designed to feature um, people that are in my community. So I love the fact that we're building it with Biela, that is also designed to be a community of builders who are building businesses in their local areas and impacting their communities. So it feels like, even though it's been a delay for me, it feels like the exact right moment.
Nice.
Perfect.
So uh, we are going through these 3 weeks to develop your entire shop, including the payment system. We are going to include Supabase. So our mission is by the end of these 3 sessions, where we will consider 3 hours sharp of coding. Let's say we don't take in consideration this first 15 minutes, which they were introductory and kind of a little bit of uh, good for us to understand more about your business, to see if it's possible actually in 180 minutes to build such a product, right? Normally, you would say that a shop nowadays should be built with under platforms such as Shopify, which was one of the most well-known one, or maybe under something which is more oriented into the European market, such as PrestaShop. However, that's true. You have a lot of options there. If you want to do a shop which is super complex, I always and strongly recommend it that such a platform would be more advisable to be used in case you want to build your store. However, we need to understand that that comes with an extra cost after this type of a shop. Once you did it, you don't have to worry that you need to pay every month maybe
Yeah.
hundreds to thousands of dollars for the hosting, for a team to take care of it,
Yeah.
for eventually for the modules that's extra features which you want to add. And same if I would do a comparison with ultra luxurious or a very futuristic car. At the end, you are purchasing that car with a lot of features, but they do only translate in a lot of problems later on. Because once you own that car, you're not going to use the night vision, you're not going to use the electric chairs, let's say like that, because anyway, once your chair has been set, it's enough. Now it's the same kind of thing with the e-commerce shop. Obviously there are a lot of features which they are extremely well done and very well implemented by those who are developing dedicated e-commerce platforms. But rather than that, if you want to test your business and you want to start not necessarily small, but rather than small, I would say stable. I would always recommend to go through this kind of development, and you will always get on top of the um, template feeling, that kind of custom feeling which your brand has to send to your future community, right?
Yeah.
Because once you go in that kind of development, you will have some strict rules which you have to follow, like the type of the template. Okay, they are highly customizable as well, but now again the costs are keep increasing and increasing and increasing. So
Yeah.
another topic I would like to check at the end of the development is how much did we spend actually with BLA in order to build such kind of a shop, and eventually on the fourth session we can do some live calling different companies from your country, from where you are, and on the call to do a test and ask them if they could do such a shop for you, what is their opinion over your shop, and how much it would cost you. So at the end, to understand, and obviously how long it would take for them to reach to the same result. So at the end, we will perfectly understand what were our savings in terms of investment when it comes about obviously time and cost. And on top of that, we will see how easy it's to integrate with BLR different type of extra services such as DHL shipping or whatever shipping company you want to use in United States, processing payments, eventually Stripe, why not even PayPal. So all these kind of modules, we are going to add them in. And on top of that, on the fourth session as well, my plan is to do the basics at least of the SEO, so we make sure that your shop is ranking up for the required keywords in order to get more and more traffic and obviously new clients for your new business.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love the idea of bringing, I already know who I'm going to bring. She's my tailor. She's
All
an
right.
amazing tailor. Her name is Hawa. And when I first met her, she just looked at me and then designed a dress and told me, trust me, I have the skill, come back tomorrow. And when I came back, she tried the dress on me and it fit. And she just pinched little here, little there, and was finished. And I was a believer in custom clothes at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I know she'll be happy to see her work featured. Many of the dresses that we'll start out with
Okay.
are some of the,
I already have a crazy idea for your shop. I'm gonna see if we can do it, but I'm still not going to disclose it until we are going to try to do it live, right?
okay.
So, on top of that, if I could have a few images of your creations, I
Sure.
would love already to use them and somehow integrate them into the website. And why
Okay.
not? Maybe we can even extract some of the patterns in order to use them as type of the background or things like that to
Yeah.
play little, because this is something which we have to pinpoint out, which is extremely important. Rather than building your shop directly, and again, I'm completely for building a professional, high scalable e-commerce shop under a platform, but for a small business to medium business, this is extremely advantageous because you have a very high grade of customization when it comes about your own store. And I don't believe that starting your own e-commerce A to Z is going to be so easy as it is in Biela, us developing on top of already an existing e-commerce platform. And I'm
Mhm.
saying that coming from an experience of more than 20 years, developing from the very small starting websites in tables, so 20 years ago, going through an entire career of e-commerce development, where one of my companies was one of the biggest uh, e-commerce module developers in the world. So we've seen a lot along the time, and we kind of understood that not all the necessities of the clients are the same. Some of them they require a lot of development because you have to connect the platform with their CRM. You need to keep track of the stocks. You need to report further, eventually dynamically to the government, the sales. You need to issue the invoices. You need to manage the returns. You need to manage the banners. It's so much stuff which can be done in a back office of a shop that I will always recommend, and not just on this, but rather on all the vibe coded projects. Stick to the minimum what you know you need and you use for your project. You don't want to go beyond that just to have it there, because you can literally use those resources in order to invest them in more important, actually value bringing kind of features, instead of just adding features for the love of being there and just having them in case sometime you at some point you will need them, right?
Mhm. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put in the chat some photos. This will be interesting. Some of them are edited, some of them are not. So you'll have
All
options.
right. Okay. That's good. We'll see what we can do
I
with
think
that.
some of the most interesting things happening tonight is the way we get this integration between the vision that you have and the way that Mr. Alex is able to sort of link that all together. So you're
Yeah.
giving him ideas, and the ideas are coming from you, and he's giving you ideas that are sort of coming from a vision of a developer. And when the two ideas come together there, what you get is this connection between the art and the technology. And I think that's something fantastic that Biela does naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I love it. It's a gift when you are creative and but you're trying to figure out how to bring it to life in the space, like in the technology space.
And this is some of the greatest things that you see with Biela is the fact that you can, as someone who's a layperson like you or I, who has a vision for something, we know we want to do something more. We have an idea, we have a passion and a love for something. And sites like Biela, obviously, Biela does it very, very well, allows you to do that. It's sort of, I keep coming back to this. I use the phrase a lot, democratizes the technology. So it allows people like you and me to be able to do something like this, where in the past it might not have been so easy for us to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The nice thing
And
about
now,
BLI, once he's starting building, it had a long thinking. The long thinking prepared absolutely all the sections for you. So as you can see, you're gonna have the hero, the new arrivals, the bestsellers. This is already a someone who is in the business of e-commerce development, knows exactly what you need in order for you to have a comprehensive type of a shop and what type of sections and features would be required. So let's see what we can get out of it. But I'm pretty sure the results are the best. I'm going to give you also the prompt later on, and obviously I'm challenging you to try the same prompt on our competition. Let's say lovable, bold, or base 44, and
Okay.
shall we see the differences, right? So you can post on your social media
Okay.
what created versus what they would create. I'm pretty confident that we will have a 10 out of 10, but why to believe directly my word when you can test it yourself?
I
I
love it.
always like to challenge them because till today I still don't understand honestly on what they spend hundreds of millions of dollars looking at their technology, comparing it to ours. Of course, there is always a level of subjectivity, which it's a natural attachment to your own baby, but I'm gonna stay away from it, trying to scrutinize at the end only the result of the let's say planned versus finished and the final touch, how does it look and so on.
so I think here it's important to mention that sometimes that people sometimes forget that when a site like Biela takes a little bit longer to do something, it's because it's thinking more deeply. It's thinking at a more integrated phase than something that gives you a quick spin of an answer. When it spits out the answer quickly, a lot of times there's no thinking involved. It's sort of just repeating what the fastest answer is. And a lot of these sites just want to give you answers quick because that's how they've been trained. BL, on the other hand, I think has been trained now to think through the process, to understand the question, to be able to give you a response that fits the type of questions that you're asking. So when it does things like this, it's something to be proud of and something to be impressed with, because it's giving you something that's geared especially towards you and your types of questions. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andre, is that right? When we
Yes,
think
that's
like
correct.
that?
I'm going to bring in the images I received from Sarah.
I'm
Sarah, has
giving
anybody been wearing your fashion? Have you had a chance to sort of put it out there and get comments on it?
Well, you'll see me. I'm wearing it. And I've actually have product to sell. And it's funny because whenever I introduce people to the brand, they always want to buy. And I have been the person who's not let them buy actually because I didn't have the site up, and I wanted to make sure that I captured some of these moments where I had new clientele, whether it was like trying on the garments, wearing them for the first time. And so I didn't want to sell prematurely because I was thinking about the marketing actually.
All right. I'm uploading few of your images now. The problem with a few of them is that they are very big. By the way, there is a limit
Oh,
on
so
the
I have to shrink them
of,
first.
of 10 mega per image, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna screenshot them and upload them in a much lower quality.
Okay.
And for the purpose of the test, anyway, we are going to show you and to teach you how you can then add your own images and edit them and so on and so on. So
Okay. I suppose I can shrink them too. I can export at a lower. I wasn't thinking about that.
it's a kind of a security type of protection which we add.
And when we're dealing with some of these materials now, you said they're cotton and natural fiber, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big thing these days, that people love to have those natural fibers, and we're all thinking about staying healthy. So
Yeah.
for me, I know whenever I buy, especially when I'm buying shirts, especially in the Middle East here, those natural fibers, they breathe better. They're better in the
Yeah.
winter. They're better in the summer. So I think it's something that you could market. It's a big selling point here that people want to have those natural fashion fibers and materials because we know they're healthy for the most part. They're not
Yeah.
made with acrylics and polyesters. B, they breathe, and that's something
Yeah.
very important to me. These are some of the things I think that we could mention as well, not just the look and the feel of the site, but the fact that they have these features built into them. The fact that you're using natural fibers, right?
Yeah. No, that's so true. That's
As
one
you,
of the things that I intended to do, because it's better for our skin actually to not have the manufactured synthetics, and also they wear very well. So the more you wash them, the more soft and the texture actually feels nicer and nicer the longer that you have it. So it's actually made for longevity instead of getting like the small little balls of
Cotton
stuff.
that you get on material, yes.
Yeah.
all right,
No,
so we have the first preview ready. Let's see if we got any errors. We don't have. This is your entrance. Not so purplish as expected, and there is an error. After the build, we just have to click Ask Biela, and that's it. Everything will be completed. Meanwhile, while the error is resolved, we have here a set of images. You see, these are the images which you sent me. However, the other images are contextually generated and created by Biela. And not just the images, also the video of the process of production. Everything is AI, so it combines the knowledge in order to create not just a simple website, but also with the contextual right images and videos and like a complete product altogether.
And most of these colors that you chose, again, is the choice of colors more natural based?
Yeah, so they make the dyes locally. There's some of the B-roll footage that I got of the textile dyers actually goes back to how they get the colors from natural means in the region. Different trees, tree barks, different things that they use to actually dye. Yeah, so that's a fun part of the story.
And now what Biela does here is it's able to sort of to take all those ideas you have and sort of bring it together. Now, as Mr. Alex and Mr. Andre sort of work their magic on this, it's not as much magic as I thought it was. I mean, for this is the amazing part about it, is that regular people now can actually do the things that I thought were just, it was magic, really. I mean, the people that used to do things like this, that created websites, that created stuff on the internet for people to access, people to use. Biela now has made that much easier and made it easier for people, for everybody to access. And it's something that I am always impressed with. The fact that I work for a company like that impresses me, because even me, even Adam now can create a website for something, and that says a lot. That says a lot that even Adam can go on and create something that I would have never dreamt 10 years ago. Not even 10, maybe 3 years ago. I thought I could ever do something like this, right? I worked with a lot of coders. I still work with a lot of coders. They still impress me every single day. But Biela has made a lot of the work that they do a little bit more. It's demystified it, I'd say. They're still very good. They're still professionals, but some of those things now they've sort of taken that magic curtain away.
Yeah. I like how, in looking at the previews of the images that Biela was creating, it included like a process of sort of clothes making, or you could see the fabric being laid out. I don't know, maybe this is a question for Alex and Andrew, but when it comes to the cultural relevance, which is interesting because, maybe there are not as many stock images of like African settings. How do you think we'll address that part so that it feels relevant culturally?
Sorry, I'm having kind of a break of the connection.
No, it's okay.
Can you hear me?
Look, I maybe I can touch on that a little bit in the way that it's trained and the way a lot of these AI are trained. I
Yeah.
think that with the way they train most of the LLMs and a lot of these work on these big systems, it's based on the questions that it's trained in. So it's predominantly trained in English. It's predominantly trained on a white Caucasian audience. But I mean, those can be corrected. I mean, you can give it the prompt where you want it to say, I'd like it to be West African motivated, more geared to that audience. And the AIs can do it, but the default is that they generally don't. But it's there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the LLMs have that built in. So I'm sorry. So that when you ask those types of questions and you're looking for cultural context,
Yeah.
that you can actually get that. So
Yeah.
it's very important that people, when they want those kinds of things, to remember how these LLMs are trained, and that they'll get that sort of that generic look. But if you ask the questions and give it the context, I want it to be in a Western African setting. I want it to be in a village setting. I want people working by hand to show how the materials are made. Those LLMs, and Biela is very good at that, that if you give it the context, it'll absolutely be able to produce that for you. So the fact that if you're aware of it, then the systems are going to be aware of it, right?
Yeah.
And
That
that's
makes
the good thing about that.
that makes sense.
Right. I think that the best example you see is if you ask any one of those AIs to produce a picture of a nurse for you. A nurse, it's going to produce a white Caucasian nurse that looks very generic. But I mean, if you look at half the world's population, it's India and China. So if it looks at the number of nurses in the world, it's either going to be Indian or Chinese. But the fact that it doesn't do that tells you how it was trained and how those LLMs are sort of English centric and English oriented. So as long as people are aware of that, you will get what you want, right? And I think
Yeah.
with a fashion brand like this and the way Biela works, you'll be able to get exactly what you're looking for. It won't give you that Western ethnocentric look, as long as you're giving it that
That's
background and you're telling it it's a West African brand. It's going to be made like this, and it's good for this audience. It's going to produce that for you, as long as it has that in the prompt. It'll do exactly what you want it to do, in most cases.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. A lot of sense.
All right.
Right.
So can we go back, share the screen, and see what we have so far, and obviously see what we could improve more? Are you ready, Sarah?
I'm ready.
So there we go. Up. One more check. All right. So we can click here and we can see it in big full picture. And if you would like to have it with the intro as well, you could just delete the cookies one time, the production web container. So you can see, because obviously the entrance is going to run just one time.
Nice.
All right.
I
So
like
here's
that.
the video. And look at the shapes.
Nice. Yeah,
Man,
that's nice.
women, girls, home goods. You have the new arrivals.
Nice.
Look at
And
the
look at that. You can see the material is a natural material. You can see
Yeah,
how
Yeah,
yeah.
but
well
that's
Biela has
just
been
a
able to
fake generated AI image. It has no purpose and no. It's just to give you the idea, right? Obviously,
Right.
you can use Biela, but you will always be able to replace these with your images, and we will reach there right now. So, color of material, Adam, is not something which could be pointed out in this scenario. Um, it's just an AI image. We have to look actually at the
Oh,
functionality.
nice. I like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's how is I'm not touching it. Yeah, it knows when you scroll down, you go. It's gonna slide for you different
Nice.
inspirations of your handcrafting, and obviously some offer for the collection. And from here on, we can start crafting it.
Yeah.
So let's say, do you like the colors first of all?
I love the story. Actually, I like how it starts out with a hero video that has
Right.
movement. Yeah, I like that a lot. And I like the layout in terms of the categories. Yeah, men, women, girls, home
See, the
goods.
fonts are nice.
The fonts are nice. Yeah, the colors are nice.
I can
All
already
yeah,
see the problem because you're clicking on the product and there's a quick view straight up here, which I
that's
don't
nice.
like it. So,
Oh, you don't like
uh,
that? I like
all right, yeah, I'm saying that it's not coming on the right part, so it should
Oh,
have been
right.
covered. And I'm going to show you how easy it's to fix something like this without being a developer. So I'm just gonna tell it when
Okay.
I click on a quick view over one of the new arrivals, the pop-up is not centered in the middle, so I can access it, is actually hidden in the right bottom side. Fix it for me, and I will also tell him develop for me the comprehensive product page, and product page, category page, what else, and the shopping cart with the entire cart flow along with add to cart, let's say animations. So we start now putting pieces by pieces while we solve also this issue. Now, what I want to show in regards with the content studio, as I said, the images have been already made, but now
Yeah.
let's assume I want to take one of these images and I want to use it in my shop, right?
Yeah.
So what you could do is, for example, you could take the
Maybe
current.
the dress. Oh, you're gonna use okay.
All
I was
right,
gonna
okay, yeah, we can use the dress. The
say the
dress,
gray background, yeah. That feels
and
like a
go
product.
here, image to video. And what I could do here is that I could create a video out of this, and I can say eventually that this is the dress. But before we reach to editing actual images, I want to finish the pages, and then we will go to the content. Maybe next session,
Okay.
maybe not, because content is part of my surprise, and I'm preparing something regards with that.
Okay. But I love the flow. Like I love the story that it's telling from the beginning, like the movement in the beginning, the highlights. I liked how the what customers are saying kind of gave that ability for the testimonies or like additional purchasers or whatever. I like how their faces like sort of
Look, for
stack.
me as a customer, I look at it as a customer. From a customer, it has a very nice flow to it, right? It
Yeah.
has that open page and it has a little story behind it. And then it naturally goes to the products, right? And it goes
Yeah.
to the products that I want. The first thing that when I'm going to an online shopping site is it tells me, first of all, men, women, children, lifestyle. And then
Yeah.
after that, I choose, and it's a natural flow. When I get into if I go to the men's section, then it shows me different collections from men, and then it goes. So it's very intuitive. Biela designs it in such a way that I don't need to think about it as a consumer. It's designed in a way that it knows how the consumer thinks, right? And it thinks that I think it sort of creates a website that makes me know what I'm doing without having ever seen it before.
Yeah.
So the fact that it can do that is it's very, very cool, because it's something that it doesn't need. Usually when you go onto a website that has been done in a template, or somebody's created their own website,
Yes.
when
You have
they've
to
done that,
create
it's
that
got
for it.
ideas all over the place, right?
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
So the fact that, like I said, it's intuitive is just amazing, in the fact that I don't need to think. I know exactly where to go, even though I've never been to this site before.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like you're going on a journey, which is marketing, right? Like when you arrive, you should go on a journey on the site
Exactly.
without recognizing that the journey just started.
Exactly, right?
So we are building right now a quick view model which has been fixed as I see. The cart, the drawer, the flat and animation, the pay. This is products, sample products for you. Your product page, and now it's being built a category page. You will see how at the end, after let's say all the structure will be finished, including your back office and everything, we are going to migrate everything into your own database. So
Okay.
by the next call, when we will move to the database, I would like, if it's possible for you, to create an account in Supabase, and we are going to use directly your account. And as a challenge, in the next call, we are going to migrate to you your shop of what has been done so far, and you will have the option to continue it by yourself with us live, right? So we want to see how also a user, and not, let's say, a very experienced vibe coding.
Yeah. I don't qualify as
Yeah.
very experienced in vibe coding.
Anyway, in case you would like to learn how to do vibe coding and to start up your own business, you can always check in the description teachmecode.ae. We are an accredited institute of AI in UAE, so you can take one of our very affordable courses in where in less than 9 hours you will have access already to BLI. You will learn how to do your vibe coding. And please, Adam, you can give a little bit of heads up over the Teach Me Code Institute and our achievements so far.
Absolutely. So Teach Me Code has been around for some time, and initially we started doing exactly that. We started in teaching code, and it was something that was very important to people that wanted to be entrepreneurs in Dubai. Dubai is a great place to start a business, by the way. And because it's such a simple thing to do, a lot of people came to learn web design, web development. They took courses like front-end development. They learned things like Java and HTML. And over the years, we saw that as the AI and the industry sort of got better and better and got easier and easier for people to use, that these courses that they were taking to learn how to design websites actually sort of fell down a little bit. And we, as a company with Teach Me Code and with Biela, began, and it was born out of this necessity to sort of allow people to be able to learn how to create websites now and create things on the internet with just the ability to vibe code. So as we start now onto this new journey for the last 8 months, we've had people begin to join us now who have ideas and how to build websites and how to use the internet and how to use the internet. I will tell you one of the most interesting stories we had a few weeks ago. It was spring break here. There were the students were off, and I had a teenager come in. He was probably no more than 14 or 15, and he said to me, "I heard that Biela allows you to build websites." And I said, "Yes, it does. It allows you to do that with vibe coding, amongst other things. It does a lot more." But he said to me, "I want to build websites quickly." And I said, "Well, you can do that. You can just sign up for a simple subscription, a monthly subscription. It doesn't cost very much." And he said, "I'm going to do that." And I said, "What are you planning?" And he said to me, "You know what? I'm going to tell you, but here's what I'm going to do." he basically opened up Google Maps and he picked his neighborhood and hovered over each business in his neighborhood. And he said to me, "You see this business? They don't have a website. You see this business? They don't have a website. You see this
Yeah.
one? They don't have a website." So
Yeah.
with Biela, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build websites for them.
Yeah.
And he built 10 websites.
Come
And he
on.
went to each one of these shops and he said, "You don't have a website. I
Dude.
have your website. Do you want it?
That's
And here's
awesome.
what it cost." And
That's
he went
awesome.
to each one of these websites, to
Come
each
on.
one of these businesses, and he sold them websites right on the spot. And these were
Wow.
guys that
Wow.
didn't even think that they could do something like this, right? And
That's
this was just a boy who saw that, and he wasn't selling to big businesses. He wasn't selling to big shops. It was like little cafeterias that needed a website, a little mom and pop business that did, T-shirts. It was things like that. But this boy took the initiative upon himself to see a demand in the market.
Yeah.
He saw a tool that he was able to use. And he said, "Biela's what I want. Biela does it better than anybody else. I looked at all the other ones, and Biela is easy to use, and I understand how it works, and it doesn't cost very much for me to do it." And he made a boatload of money over the March break. I don't know what he made.
I'm curious.
but he
Can you see my
definitely-
screen, guys?
No, we
Sorry?
can't see.
That's
That's
weird.
amazing, Adam. That's a huge testimony. Can we talk to this kid? We need to. He needs to tell his story.
All right.
Exactly,
Here
right?
it is. So now can you see it, or maybe we have to?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can see it.
I thought I'm sharing my screen all the time. I was
No.
And I was browsing here and I saw no reaction. So I was like,
It's beautiful. Good part.
But now can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. So there
I
we
like
go.
the gradient
Let's
at
go
the
from the
top.
beginning because I thought maybe we're all right. So there we go again. Okay. Now we can shop by category. Let's say by woman, and you see, for example, it works, but it doesn't send me to woman. So all I have to do now is that I'm gonna take a screenshot here. So this is the process of the vibe coding, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say I want these filters to work properly and be linked properly as well. While Biela does this, we continue our test and let's see if the quick view has been fixed now.
Oh my gosh.
We have the breadcrumbs like a professional e-commerce. We have the size. We can add the quantity. We can add it to favorites, but it's not working. This has not been yet developed, and the size guide. So now I'm going to add it to cart. Look what a beautiful animation. And I can see the cart already. I can go and I can view my cart. And if I would like to apply a promo code, also we have to develop it. And we have the shipping and the payment already done. Let's say
This is
test
so
at
good.
Biela.dev. Let's say here, hello world. Hello world test. Okay. All right. And here we are for the payment. But here at OPA, obviously we are going to develop it more. So yeah, my cards were there.
Delete.
Thank God they are starred, right? That doesn't matter. All right. So now
Okay, wait. You know what's cool about that, Alex, too, is it also gives me good direction in terms of the type of photos that I need to take for the products.
Yes.
That are full image and then up close. Like that's really cool. It's kind of giving me like photo direction.
We can ask for more than that. You will see. All right. So what would be next for us? Things which I don't like. For example, I don't like the way these are looking here. I'm just going to say I don't like the design of the text here is not well, how to say, composed. We can do much better. Be more creative. All right, let me fix this. And then let's see, okay, these are working perfectly now. You see when I'm clicking what I'm clicking, it's directly taking me to that type of category. So now it's filtering for me. If I go for girls, I only see girls product. All right, so now are the sizes. There is no size guide. So I'm just gonna say, I want to develop the pop-up as a professional ASOS store because I know they have a very good size guide. So always you can give directions towards which kind of features you liked in different stores of the world. Size guide. Let's see. And okay, let's see what well is building there. So you can always test, let it build, and then test again. So like this, you win time and you keep yourself busy as well. All right, so this is how it did it. Still, I don't like it. Maybe here we go and we look, for example, at some kind of, okay. I'm just for the purpose of test, I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna put it in Biela, let's say. And I'm gonna say, look at this structure idea. Obviously, we don't change our content, but look how nice we can do the structure for the, and now we have to say again because for the customer favorites and remove the dynamic load of numbers. I don't like it here. All right, so while the size guide model is built up, being created by BLR, we can already prepare the next prompt. So like this, we are not gonna, let's say, waste any precious time because the size guide is going to be built. And then I'm gonna hit this prompt and I'm going to check how the size guide has been built. I'm discovering in my test new things which I would like to come to make. I come in BLR, I type them in, and I go to check the next feature and the next feature. So like this, you don't have dead times, let's say like that. Okay. Oh, it's adding you the size guide model also on the quick view model. I'm curious how it has been done.
We have a question here asking, guys, is it automatically mobile optimized?
Yes, it is automatically mobile optimized. It's responsive basically. That's what it means, mobile optimized. But speaking about mobile, very soon you will be able to develop and deploy your own mobile apps as well. But we are keeping this for our next phase. And as you all been informed uh, on our email newsletter, starting with 15th of February, a large amount of affiliates are going to join BLA, and we are going to start very, very powerful. So we are keeping a few of the features as a surprise for our new users.
Does that mean that when the mobile is available, I'll be able to have the app on the App Store? Like
yes,
you can
very easy. Just with a few clicks, you will be able to launch it.
Nice.
And both on Apple and on any Android device.
Okay, so we can save that session. Now we have 5 sessions. we can have a pause until that can be. We'll come back to that.
Well, it can be the type of a project which you take it from A to Z, including the mobile development. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, so I have homework before the next session.
Yes.
To Supabase account, and then also I need to have my product images in 500 MB below. Is that right?
No, 10 megabytes.
10 megabytes below. Okay.
Yes. There is a limitation of 10 megabytes.
Okay.
We might increase it in the future for different type of, let's say, packages, which we are going to do. But let me know in the comments if we should make the image size bigger, or if that should be a free feature. The problem is that in this industry, nothing is for free. Bigger images, it means higher storage. Higher storage, it means higher cost. And given the fact that we are the only company which is offering you the hosting included in the price of the subscription for your vibe coding project, that's something very big. So, all right, let me see. More favorites. Okay, starts to look nice. We have or you can go directly in Biela and click on here, and you can test it live. But what I recommend is that
Oh, nice.
you're always going to deploy it, and the way you, after you deploy it, to open it actually from your own mobile, because there you will be able to see all the errors and all the issues, right? So let's see. We still have like 15 minutes. Let's see what else we could do. Because first of all, we have to do the structure, right? Is the most important part. Okay, the favorites is not working. Is not that it's not working. So let me express myself correctly. It has not been developed yet. So many features are added by Biela, and they are not going to be fully developed until the end, because maybe you are the person who doesn't want that feature, but it's proposed to you, right? So if you want to finish it, obviously you will see it's there, and will have the chance to complete it. Let's see what else we could do. Bestsellers.
I have a question too. There's music that I want to play, like when people come to the site. Is that something that we can add as well?
Yes, very easy. You will be able to add music as well.
Okay.
So look, this is your size guide. Now it's how to measure it. Look what a beautiful.
Wow, that's great.
Look at this. This is completely
That
done
is
as an
so
SVG,
good.
and people they can use this to understand how to measure themselves. And you have also a fit guide. Look, for example, in this scenario, I don't like the icons from the fit guide, so I'm gonna look. You see, slim. Need help finding your size, and then you have accessories, bottom, tops. Beautiful, very nice,
That's really good. That's really good. That's the best fit guide I've seen, honestly. It's
very
usually
nice,
very simple.
very nicely done. Beautiful. That's why I told you ASOS, which is one of the
Yeah,
e-commerce websites known in Europe for selling shoes, if I'm
yeah.
not wrong. They have a very good size guide. So all I had to do is to tell, okay, I want like this guy to have it, right? Okay, the search is not working, the add to favorites. So I would like to develop a dynamic search box which auto completes me with the product in a nice way with its image and details of the product, widely opening when I search something. Let's call it a mega search, something nice, clean, professional. And also I would like to develop the add to favorites using the same effect as add to cart, but making the heart blink when I add a new product to cart. All right, let's see. So we have already a pretty decent structure of our shop, and eventually next time, if you would like to come with, we will deploy this for you, and if you would like to come with your own requirements, okay, because now you see, for example, Alex, I would like to have also the shipping times or things like that. We can work all those on to see how easy is, not only to follow our ideas but to implement the ideas of your own, right?
Yeah.
That's very important for us.
Okay, I will. I'll do some homework, and then when we come back, I'll also share the homework that I did in between.
So we will do the search, we will do the favorites. We do have an about page. No, we don't have an about page. We should develop a nice about page, and all the other pages missing from the footer, I'm gonna tell him identify all the pages on the footer which are not yet developed and develop them from a minimal to low perspective. I don't recommend you to use Biela as a lawyer yet, but very soon it might help you to develop your own terms and conditions and everything. We are working on that. and
Oh, wow.
develop as well the about page with a nice video along the story behind Musu, let's say. Let's
Yeah.
see what he's gonna come up with, but this is just as a purpose example. I want to see how the videos are created when I'm asking Biela directly to create me a video of a type of a. Right.
I'm
So
excited to see too because I have I actually this is gonna help me do my homework because I have a script for
look,
a video.
I could do it here as well, and let's say I'm gonna take. Okay, okay, for the video of the story, I attached an image as a reference with the hero behind this. Okay, so let me hit this first so we can start developing these, and let me just refresh here to see how is it working, if it's working. Okay. So there we go.
I'm getting so
Big-
excited. This is
And now, yes, it's working. I can have
Yeah.
my favorite now. And
ah,
this is my wish list, and
this
develop the wish
good.
list so I can take it from the wish list and bring it to the add to cart. So this has not been yet developed, but I will ask if I wanted that. Okay. And the search. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
So
Nice.
pretty.
Very-
Wow.
And let's see how does it work. Let's take a name of one of the products, which is not visible from the first. Let's say napkins set, yeah, because we don't, yeah. All right, the napkin set, here it is, view all
Uh,
results. And this we have to ask Biela to develop it because obviously we didn't set full search, we said how it, but very nice with the new arrivals, with the trend-ins. Very beautiful, very clean, easy to use. I'm curious, let's see if it works also on mobile. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Yes,
So
I
good.
I love it. I love it.
Me too. I have napkin sets. I have table
Oh,
runners.
okay, nice, nice. I think I exaggerated a little bit with the terms and conditions, asking him to do all the terms and conditions, but let's see. Because I don't want to develop the full legal. All right, so tell us a little bit more about your brand. How did the idea came up to, and what what was your what is your intention? Where do you see it further on?
Yeah, so I when I was living in West Africa, I was working on a manufacturing project. So in the country of Liberia, one of the main products that they produce is rubber. So it's from trees. It's kind of like they tap the tree and the rubber comes out. So while I was working, and I was really in the bush, is what you would call it, like very much out in the country, and uh, I wanted to create a business for like the women who maybe their husbands and brothers and things are working in the factory. They are doing the type of things that women do, creating clothing and doing
Mm,
custom pieces. And so I wanted to create a place where I could feature their handiwork. And then also I was so inspired by the level of artistry that existed. So, you know, when you have education as an option, maybe you go into different type of businesses, but in this type of situation, they're just left to create so many things from their heart and the things they're passionate about. So I
well,
found artists like that
I don't
were
necessarily think it's directly connected to education, and in my opinion, personally, you can be a very well educated person, but if you don't have the gift and the talent from God, you're never going to be a singer. You're never going to be someone who can do artistic work, because at the end of the day, fashion is art
Yes, it
through
is.
through its expression.
Yeah,
It's pretentious because you're gonna wear it on you, and it has to represent
yeah,
those to whom you address to. But rather than that, I think it is a great thing for you, from your side, to think of those who they could participate in having a remote job, just by at the end of the day doing what they love, and not only
yes.
what they can or what they do, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I found out I got connected to artists as well. So some of the other products that I have are paintings, beautiful, beautiful artwork that you can hang obviously on your wall and whatnot. And so the market was designed to almost mimic like an African market. If you go to an African market, you'll have handmade clothes, you'll have art, you'll have stuff for the home. And so I was wanted to create that in the online space.
Nice, very nice. Let's see where it goes. I think our call for today is going to end after this final prompt. We are
Okay.
going to deploy it, share with you the link,
Okay.
and let's see how all these pages from one shot have been developed now: the about, the contact, the size guide page, the shipping, returns, page FAQ, artisan, sustainability, and careers. Yeah, that's a good part with the careers, because here is where you can advertise
Yeah, for new artists.
availability of the jobs.
New
Agreed.
talent.
And I have my homework. I'm so excited. I love the flow. It's beautiful.
The new arrivals, the bestsellers, I can see it's coming up, and now we are putting them all together. I think it's a great way for everyone right now to start doing something and building a rapport. If on 2026 you don't have a job, but you are afraid of getting started something of your own, you should not. And if you're not doing it, and still you're, let's say, crying that there is crisis, that there is no jobs for you, or I'm too poor, I'm sorry, but shame on you. All you have to do is just open Biela and start doing anything what is in your mind with it. Because believe me, if you can imagine it 100%, you can code it. It doesn't matter. It's a module um, for one of the existing platforms. It's a website from scratch. It's a platform. It's a social media streaming platform. It's whatever you want to build, you can nowadays do it. So put your mind in the contribution and start doing it. Because, for example, right now, everything what we've built, it was only at the cost of $27. That's basically one breakfast, maybe less than that. Now depends on the part of the world where you are. But for those who they don't even afford this $27, I'm telling them, join our Telegram, ask for our support, for my support, and I will help you to start your business if you want to work. So let's see,
I
where
love
are we?
it. So good.
All right, we're deploying now.
No, we are not yet deploying.
So good.
Okay, let's see. Shall we deploy it? Let's try.
Yes, because part of the magic is how quickly it deploys. I mean, if anybody, I've
It's
only recently learned this, to deploy a
less
website
than,
is a
less than
very long and drawn
if you
out
want to
process, but
just click
Biela does it
here, deploy,
seamlessly.
and deploy it. All right, let's see the new arrivals. Yeah, has not been linked. The best sellers as well. This is not good. Then what we have, the size guides. No, all the pages they have to be linked. So let's see. You see, I tried to deploy it. We have an error. All I have to do is ask Biela.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I like the little small elements too, like when you hover, you know, that make it feel the cut like custom.
It's part of the sort of the UI UX of Biela is the fact that it is very user friendly. It is very natural to use. You don't feel like you're using something that's very high technology, but it actually is, and that's part of the charm of it is the amount of compute power you have available to you in something that feels so warm and simple, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Actually, everything was linked. I don't know why it didn't work, but now when I'm coming in, I see. I maybe I should have just refreshed it. Excuse me.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
they all look like, yeah, they're all. And let's see, are they mobile friendly? Yeah, they are. The returns, okay,
This is so good.
partners. Okay, so now we also added the mega search. It was there some, you know,
How natural that is. It's just it
shipping
feels
info.
very.
Right. Yeah, it's very nice. So, for example, a way to for you to check if you would like, if you have any errors, is to build your project first. All right. So when I'm building my project, PLI is gonna go through each single file, and it's gonna check for me if I have any build errors. Build errors, it means hidden errors in the code or in the packages of the files which are imported into your own project. And if there is any error, it's going to identify it from the build and it's going to solve it. If there is no any error, you can start your preview or restart it eventually, and you can proceed with the deployment. That being said, we are going to share the link with you, Ms. Sarah, and
Okay.
here on, we are waiting for you on our next Friday call to continue our journey into building your full business and launching it online with the payment system and with the customer care service and whatever ideas you would like to implement into your shop. And don't forget, don't overcomplicate it in
Okay.
case you know that those features are not important for you. You don't want to spend at the beginning more than uh, is required. So, all right, it's just deployed. It took 37 seconds, less than I
37
expected.
seconds. Can you believe that?
So now my
So
website is live. I'm gonna go click live app, and this can be shared. Obviously, if anyone from you guys you want to check it, it's Musu e-commerce homepage 8672, and you can eventually take a look over it to see what we did today in only 1 hour. Imagine if you would put into a shop 8 hours of your daily time. That means you can literally, and also if you have a structure already, you could take new clients, duplicate the project, edit
Mhm.
it here and there, and you can literally do. I don't know how much is a website to be charged in the States, but I believe it's not under $1,000. It's
No,
impossible.
it's
So
multiple
we
thousands.
should
yeah.
ask that kid.
All right. So imagine you're doing 3, 4 websites a day because this is an e-commerce website. There's not going
Yeah.
to be a ton. I'm speaking only about presentation, simple kind of marketing e-commerce website.
Yeah.
So a marketing presentation type of a website for any company. You would do 3 of those a day. Let's say you want to work relaxed from Miami Beach watching the skyline. That's 3,000 a day. That's how much a year? Almost $1 million.
That's so good. That's so
one
good.
million dollar, and that's with maybe an investment of a few $100s a month. So again, to everyone, if you still don't start having your own business, being your own boss, promoting and working with Biela, that's a very bad step for you taking back. Don't look left, don't look right to other companies. Just come straight to us, and we will give you all our support with engineers, with team for marketing, for everything. And obviously, we are the most open company on your opinions. Come on our Telegram, give us your ideas, and we am going to make sure that they are implemented. Each opinion is going to be listened and carefully scrutinized. Thank you very much for today. Thank you,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Adam.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Andrew.
Mr.
I
Alex.
know you haven't been
Thank
with
you,
us too
Sarah.
much
Thank you,
today, but I
Andrew.
you are going
We're
to take over from the next week when you and Sarah you are going to continue with the database and the new features which they have to be implemented. So thank you very much and
Thank
wish you
you.
a great
thank you all
weekend.
for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank
Andre, thank you for your help. Great show tonight. Looking forward to the next one. Guys, good night.
Bye-bye.